Jujutsu Kaisen. Thorny wrote it on. Chapter 1. Nobara and Toge. Toge? Panda tilted his head as he spoke to Kugisaki. It was the beginning of August. She was in the midst of rebounding off a tree in the Tokyo Prefectural Jujutsu High School courtyard at a 180-degree angle. This was during grueling first-year training as the school geared up for the upcoming Goodwill event with their sister school in Kyoto. The focus was hand-to-hand combat. Specifically, battles between jujutsu sorcerers. Or rather, it was supposed to be a training session. But not much was happening other than Kugisaki repeatedly rushing Panda, who kept sending her flying back, only to have her rush at him again, over and over. Toto and Mai's role was to encourage her, and she did indeed appear to be motivated, so perhaps their efforts were having an effect. Yeah, I can tell Maki respects him, but you say he's a skilled sorcerer, Panda-senpai, Kugisaki replied. You don't use the senpai honorific for Maki, who's in a higher grade than you, so you don't have to use it for me either, Panda said. I respect you, Kugisaki said as she stood up again, brushing the leaves from her tracksuit. Besides, calling you Panda would feel sort of whimsical. Well, your ability to engage in chit-chat while getting knocked around is impressive at least, Panda said. Getting a thrashing like this will teach me defense, Kugisaki said. Panda looked around and confirmed that Toge, who had gone to the drugstore, hadn't returned yet. He managed to do this while also defending against Kugisaki, who had rushed him again. He easily deflected her and continued speaking. Anyway, what about Toge? I'm wondering what he's like as a senpai, Kugisaki replied. You can't tell by talking to him? Of course not. I mean, I know he's not a bad guy, but I can't tell much more because his vocabulary consists solely of rice ball ingredients. I guess I've gotten used to it, Panda said. Right, Maki? Yeah, Maki answered. But I suppose I can understand her confusion. Maki spun a pole-like curse tool, nimbly dodged an attack by Fushiguro, and bonk! Scored a light hit on Fushiguro's head. Ow! Fushiguro exclaimed in pain. You still think too much with your head, Maki chided. She gave him a disdainful glance. She didn't seem to be out of breath at all, looking even more at ease than Panda. Toge is probably the most considerate of all of us, she said. Despite his first impression, he's a smart guy, and aside from Yuta, he's the best in our grade, Panda added. His only flaw is that he can be pretty mischievous, Maki said. Panda said, he's not that mischievous, is he? You don't notice because you're mischievous with him. That hurts. We aren't mischievous. We're spirited. Kugisaki had reached the limit of her ability to make small talk while training. The second years continued conversing about trivialities, operating on some completely different level than her. But the moment Panda diverted his attention ever so slightly towards his conversation with Maki, Kugisaki feinted left and then right, and then threw an uppercut. Anyway, Panda easily swayed aside to evade the attack, then tripped Kugisaki with a Sobat-like move. Geh! She cried out. The leg Kugisaki was using to pivot collapsed. She spun and fell, but without letting her guard down. It was a reflex that she'd been honing over the past few weeks. However, defending isn't the same as winning, and her disappointment was apparent in her expression. Toge's a good guy. You'll learn soon enough, Panda said, looking down at her. If you say so, Kugisaki responded. Kugisaki's defense also didn't prevent her from injuring her back when she fell. If I keep falling like this, I'll have to buy a new tracksuit, she thought dejectedly. Alright, y'all. That's the first section of Chapter 1 of NOBARA'S novel. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm a couple of chapters deep on my own read now, and I think it's safe to say, confidently, Nobara is most definitely coming back. I don't want to get into spoilers, but there's so much I want to talk to y'all about. In this chapter, Nobara has a moment that I am just going to gush about. I cannot wait. And therefore, I might be kind of rattling out these videos pretty quickly. So look forward to that. And it is really hard to do Panda's voice. I feel so stupid. But it's Panda, you know? Anyway, I wanted to voice act Maki so badly last book, but there was just no opportunities for it. And now, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. And the art, the little doodles in between each chapter are so cool. I encourage y'all to go get the book for yourselves and read along with me, but if you don't want to, thanks again for being lazy. I'm going to try and shut my trap now because I am so bad at keeping spoilers. Therefore, I'll see y'all in the next one.